Hello students, good morning. I am Adsur ma'am. Today I would like to teach you poem The Pilgrim. This poem is written by Anonymous. What is meant by anonymous? Anonymous means unknown. When poet's name is not available in record, that is called anonymous. It means the poet of this poem is unknown, so it is said that poet is anonymous. Students, now we are going to see some pre-reading activities, means warming up activities. Some warming up activities are given here before the poem. What is the objective of warming up activities? Why the warming up activities are given before the poem? Because students must connect with the content, so that there are given some warming up activities. Students, let's see some activities. Warming up activities. Activity number 1. Discuss the following. What fatal dangers, problems did mankind face centuries ago but are no longer a threat today? I think dangers from wild animals, lack of food, certain diseases, such kind of problems mankind faced before or centuries ago. What is your opinion regarding to this question? You have to write in your notebook, or you have to discuss this question with your friend and then write your opinion in notebook. You have to see question number B. Name a few scientists, explorers, social reformers, inventors, discoverers who spent most of their lives to find solutions to some major problems, setbacks that mankind faced. Alexander Fleming, Edison, Ronald Ross, Christopher Columbus, Wright brothers, Rajaram Mohan Roy, Galileo, Savitribai Phule, Babasaheb Ambedkar, etc. These personalities spent most of their lives to find solutions to some major problems or setbacks that mankind faced. Activity C. Did they themselves suffer from those problems or setbacks? Most of the personalities, they did not suffer from those problems or setbacks because they tried to find out solutions and they overcome their problems. Activity D. What inspired them to spend the best part of their lives to research and share their findings? I think their passion for well-being of mankind, their goals, their aims, their interest in the subject, their curiosity, their urge to improve society and help others, etc., inspired them to spend the best part of their lives to research and share their findings. Now to see activity number 2, poetic devices. Tautology. What is meant by tautology? When two similar meaning words are used in the same line, it is said that it is the example of tautology. Here is given one example. It brought joy and cheer. Joy and cheer, two similar meaning words are used here in the same sentence. So it is the example of tautology. Now next is inversion or anastrophe. What is meant by inversion or anastrophe? When word order is not given correctly, it is said that inversion. It means when word order is not given grammatically correct. Look at the sentence. Up came the sun, down the hill it flowed. Word order is not correct in this statement. Then what is the correct word order? The sun came up, it flowed down the hill. It is the correct word order. So it is the example of inversion or anastrophe. Now next statement, interrogation or rhetorical questions. For example, what is life if full of care? It is a question. It is a rhetorical question. Why it is said that it is a rhetorical question? What is meant by rhetorical question? A question which does not expect answer, that is called rhetorical question. Given statement is a rhetorical question because poet does not want or does not expect to the answer of given question. So it is a interrogation. Now poem reading. I would like to read poem. You have to listen very carefully. The Pilgrim. A pilgrim going a lone highway came at evening cold and grey. To a chasm deep and vast and wide, the old man crossed in the twilight dim. The chasm held no fear for him, but he paused when he reached the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. Old man said, a fellow pilgrim near, why waste your time in building here? Your journey ends with the close of the day. You never again will pass this way. You have crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build a here at eventide? The pilgrim raised his old grey head. My friend, in the path I have come, he said. There followeth after me today a fair-haired youth who must pass this way. The chasm which held no fear for me, to the fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. My friend, I am building this bridge for him. Let's see some new words from the poem. Chasm. Chasm means a deep valley. Second word, span the tide. Span the tide means cross the water. A. Y-E. A, it is an archaic word. The new word is you. Next word, eventide. Eventide means late evening. Next word, felloweth. Felloweth means fellows. Pitfall. Pitfall means a hidden danger or difficulty or trap. Now we are going to see some important points or detailed explanation of the poem stanza-wise. Theme of the poem is selflessness, kindness, and service for humankind. Message from the poem: we must be generous and unselfish and think of others. We must try to help others who are not as experienced as we are. Now we are going to see stanza-wise explanation of the poem, The Pilgrim. First we are going to see about the introduction. This is an inspiring and touching poem with a strong message. It tells us about the old man who is unselfish. In this poem, there are described three kinds of pilgrims. First pilgrim is an old pilgrim, second pilgrim is a fellow pilgrim, and third pilgrim is a young pilgrim. First pilgrim, old pilgrim who is unselfish. After he has crossed the deep chasm, he stops to build a bridge to help a youth who is coming along the same path. Even though the old man knows that he himself will never ever have the chance to cross that bridge. The tone of the poem is serious. This poem has 3 stanzas which have unequal length. First stanza has 7 lines, second stanza has 6 lines, and third stanza has 8 lines. Theme of this poem is about people who have faced the difficulties of life successfully and are experienced must be unselfish and help those who are inexperienced and may face difficulty. The poet has used various figures of speech such as inversion, tautology, personification, interrogation, etc. The rhyme of the poem is: first stanza A, B, C, B, B. Second stanza D, A, B, B. Third stanza E, A, F, C. Now let's see explanation of first stanza. The pilgrim. Pilgrim means traveler. A pilgrim going a lone highway. One day, an old pilgrim is walking along a lone. Lone means deserted highway. It means an old pilgrim is walking along a deserted highway. This line is the example of personification because being lonely is the human quality. It is a human action, human emotion, but it has given to highway. So it is the example of personification. Second line, came at evening, cold and grey. It means the time was evening time. How was the evening? Evening was cold and grey. This line is the example of alliteration because initial sound C is repeated, came and cold. In these two words, initial sound C is repeated, so it is the example of alliteration. Rhyming words are way, grey. Rhyme scheme A. Third line, to a chasm deep and vast and wide. Chasm means deep valley. How was the chasm? How was the deep valley? That valley was very deep, very vast and very wide. This line is the example of tautology because vast and wide, these two similar meanings words are used in the same line, so it is the example of tautology. Next line, the old man crossed in the twilight dim. The old pilgrim crossed the chasm in the twilight dim, in the evening time. The chasm held no fear for him because old pilgrim was experienced and he was not afraid of it. Qualities of old pilgrim are he was old, experienced and helpful. Next line, but he paused when he reached the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. To span the tide means at the late evening. As the old pilgrim reaches the other side safely, he stops and he builds a bridge across the valley, across the chasm, across the ravine and the flowing water. His nature was very helpful. Rhyming words are way, grey, wide, side, tide, dim, him. Let's see second stanza. Second stanza is about the fellow pilgrim. The fellow pilgrim was very curious, puzzled, and thoughtless. Old man said, a fellow pilgrim here, why waste your time in building here? In the second stanza, a fellow pilgrim is described by the poet. Here, fellow pilgrim is asked a question to the old pilgrim, why waste your time in building here? Because a fellow pilgrim was puzzled. Because he thought that the old pilgrim had already crossed the chasm and would never pass that way again. Yet he was building a bridge across the chasm. The fellow pilgrim could not understand the reason for this and was hence puzzled. So he asked the question, why waste your time in building here? This line is interrogation. It is a rhetorical question. Sometimes poet wants to give poetic effect, so poet uses such kind of questions in poem. Such kind of questions do not expect answers. Your journey ends with the close of the day. You already crossed the chasm. You never again will pass this way, and there are not chances to come to that way again. You cross the chasm deep and wide. Why build a here at eventide? You already crossed the chasm and there is no need to come back on this way again. Then also you are building this chasm, and what is the reason behind that? A is the archaic word here. New word is you. Then why are you building the chasm at the evening? At the late evening. This line also the example of interrogation. Question is asked to give the poetic effect. Rhyming words are near, here, day, way, wide, tide. Rhyme scheme of the second stanza D, A, B, B. Let's see stanza number 3. In stanza 3, poet has described about a young pilgrim. The young pilgrim was young, frightened, and inexperienced. The pilgrim raised his old grey head. It is the imagery as well as it is the example of tautology, because old and grey, these two similar meanings words are used in the same line. My friend, in the path I have come, he said. It is the example of inversion because word order is not given grammatically correct. Then what is the correct word order? The correct word order is, my friend, in the path I have come. There followeth after me today. Followeth, it is an archaic word. It is an old English word. Then what is the new English word? New English word is follows. There followeth after me today a fair-haired youth who must pass this way. In this stanza, the old pilgrim replied that he said that though he had already crossed the chasm, there was a fair-haired youth who was about to pass that way. The old man was experienced and was not getting afraid to the chasm. However, the young man was inexperienced, and the chasm could prove to be a pitfall for him. Chasm can create fear for the young pilgrim. The chasm which held no fears for me. This line is alliteration because initial sound yaf is repeated. And old pilgrim replied that chasm did not hold any fear for me because I was experienced, but to the fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. Pitfall means hidden or unsuspected danger or difficulty or a trap. This chasm can become hidden or unsuspected danger for the fellow pilgrim. He too must cross in the twilight dim. My friend, I am building this bridge for him. Last line is alliteration because initial sound B is repeated. And he said that the young pilgrim had to cross it at twilight. And so I am building this bridge to help this youth. Rhyming words are head, said, today, way, me, be, dim, him. Rhyme scheme of this stanza is E, A, F, F, C, C. In this way, we have seen poem The Pilgrim in this video. In next video, we'll discuss workshop of this poem. Textbook reading is very important to understand poem, so you have to read text very carefully, write some difficult words and meanings, and try to find the answers of margin questions.